what if I could teach you a simple skill that can help you get more done around the house with your tiny little baby? Well, learning to baby wear can completely change parenting. Wearing your baby will help him cry less, sleep better, help you get more done around the house, and build a really strong bond between you and your newborn child. Where I'm coming from with this is I have 3 small children, a 4-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and a 9-month-old. The 9-month-old you'll meet for the demonstration part of this video. And I have been baby wearing for just over 4 years, just about every day that I'm home. At least once I have one of the kids up in one of these carriers that I will show you later on. So today I'm going to talk to you about 3 things. First, I'm going to tell you the benefits of baby wearing. Next, I'm going to introduce the different types of baby carriers. So as you're thinking, man, I should really try this with my baby, this gives you a little bit of a starting place on where you should look. And lastly, I'm going to give you a demonstration with my favorite wrap that I use all the time with my baby, who is part of my audience with my wife today and is being bounced behind the camera right now. So you might hear him as we go along. Okay, so wearing your baby is going to help him cry less, sleep better, and help build a bond between you and your baby. So why is your baby going to cry less? So as I said a second ago, I have 3 small boys that are 4, 2, and 9 months old. Someone is pretty much always crying around my house. So I can tell you from experience that whenever anyone's crying for whatever reason, if they dropped something, got hit, fell down, ate something they didn't like, in any of those situations, you can always pick your baby up, put him in one of these contraptions, and he will almost instantly stop crying, calm down, and feel warm and connected to you. Second, your baby's going to sleep better. So at night, even tonight, after we're done and I wrap my baby, I'm going to walk around with him in the house for a little bit. He will fall asleep, and then I will place him in bed. That nice warm ability to fall asleep next to me and allows me to walk around and stay awake, and when I set him down, he stays asleep longer and sleeps better without any of the cry it out or putting him in a room or doing anything like that. So it just takes a few minutes to wear him, he falls asleep, put him down, he sleeps super solid, with none of the stress or hassle of any of those other methods that you read. And lastly, it builds a really strong bond. So spending hundreds of hours in one of these carriers with your children helps bring you closer. You're physically connected to them and you feel closer to them. They look you in the eyes, they snuggle up into you, and it's just a lot of warm cuddles. And I can tell you, keep my cat away from the camera here.
It'd be really funny.
And I can tell you from all the parents that I've talked to in all different age ranges and all different groups, there isn't a single parent I know who says, gee, I wish I held my kid less. So this is a way to hold your kid more, stay closer to them, and build that great bond. All right, so I'm going to walk you through the different types of carriers here. So the first, and I'm going to go in kind of order that you would do it from a newborn child up to even a toddler. So the first one is called a ring sling. It's a simple piece of fabric which is woven in a hoop. 2 rings hold it together to make the hoop right here. It's very simple to use. You sling it, hence the name ring sling, across yourself, and that creates a pocket of fabric in the front that, especially for small babies, you would put them in here sideways. Bigger babies, you would put them so their legs stuck out the bottom, and then you use a cinch here to tighten your baby very carefully. So there's proper ways to do this. I'm not going to demonstrate the proper way to do that with this, but there's lots of videos on YouTube. This is really good when you start off with a newborn. It's very good for quickly getting out of the car, bringing your baby with you. If you just hold your baby for 10 or 15 minutes, it's a very quick way with a little bit of practice to get that in. All right, so this is a ring sling, very good to get started. Second, this is called a buckle carrier. So a buckle carrier is essentially a backpack for your baby that you can wear on your front or on your back. It has straps, just like a backpack would, has a place to put your baby, and it has a attachment that goes around your waist. So a real simple front carry is you would wrap this around your waist and buckle it, hence the name buckle carrier. You would hold this up, your baby sits here, this fabric goes across your baby's back with your baby facing you. You put the shoulder straps over your shoulders, and then it clips together in the back. It's a little bit trickier to put your baby on the back, but you can use this carrier to put him on your back as well. So benefits of a buckle carrier, these are very commonly available. There's tons of different types and styles and weights and sizes. So you can get one that fits your style, that's convenient for you. They're very, very easy to learn. The only downside to these is just, as anyone knows who's carried a heavy backpack at school with lots of books, over time you get tired very quickly, especially you'll about to meet my baby who's 28 pounds and 9 months old. He's big, so I can't wear him for very long in this before my shoulders start to hurt. Last, and my favorite I use all the time, is a woven wrap. A woven wrap is a giant piece of fabric, like a giant blanket. It is very thin, very long. They come in different lengths, they come in different widths, they come in different thicknesses. There are limitless amounts of variety to these and different manufacturers. This one's made by a group called Pavo, P-A-V-O, it's one of our favorites, and that's their tag, which is a peacock. So there's lots of different ways you can do baby wearing with this. What I'm going to show you today, the different ways of wrapping and holding your baby are called carries. I'm going to do a carry called a front wrap cross carry. So the baby's in the front, the fabric crosses around. This is the, when you learn to do this, this is the first one you learn to do. And by the way, you can learn to, there's lots of different, thank you Callum, you're on in a second. There's lots of different wraps where you can put your baby on the front, you can put your baby in that ring sling kind of position, or you can put your baby on the back. Today, to keep it simple, we're going to do the opening first carry you would learn to put your baby on the front. So first thing you do is you find there's a tag on most brands that's in the middle of the wrap. So you can tell this is really long. I believe this is a size 5 or 6, I'm not quite sure which. I think it's a 6. But this tells you where the middle is. That's very important when you learn these carries. So the middle is going to go on my chest, right in the center. And I'm going to, on either side, wrap these around my back and over my shoulder. And it may look complicated, but once you feel it and do it a couple times, it is very easy. So when you start without the baby, so this one's easy because you can get in this nice starting position where you basically have the fabric wrapped around your chest and then over each shoulder. You saw the middle in the middle. Okay, and this creates a pocket to put the baby in. So I'm going to go get my audience member and baby Callum, and we'll demonstrate the rest of this. All right, Callum, this is Callum. Callum, this is my communication speech class. So what you do is you put your baby on the shoulder. This is the pocket in the front. You wrap him around like this, making sure that his feet come out the bottom. And then you take the fabric on the bottom and you tuck it right under his bottom. And that's called a seat. So that's like he's sitting down in here. And one of the things that's really important is you want his knees up here so his legs and his bottom make an M shape, basically. So I'm going to wrap this under his bottom so he has a seat. Pull this up over his shoulders. And then you take each side one at a time. And they call, I don't know why they call it this, but the edges of the wraps they call rails. So this would be the top rail. And you just pull it. And that tightens it right around you. I hold this down here to keep it tight. So you pull the top, pull the bottom, hold it under here. Hi, buddy. Same thing on the other side. A quick pull on the top, pull on the bottom. So now he's pretty tight in here. And what's nice about this, the wrap too, is it very evenly distributes the weight across your body, so you can hold him for a really long period of time. So now that I have him tight, I'm holding on here. I cross these under his bottom. That gives you all the support that you need. A little trick for the men out here trying this is you can pull your shirt down at this moment so it doesn't ride up. Give it a little tug to tighten up, and then you just tie a normal knot in the back. Okay, so to turn around, you got it crossed in the back. Nice knot. His knees are up above his bottom. That's important, so he's sitting properly and he's fully supported through here. And now I can say thank you very much for watching my demonstration, and I'm going to go bounce him around a bit so Callum goes to sleep. Thank you very much. Say bye-bye, Cal. Bye.